My 6 fatal life mistakes I've done, which taught me wisdom. Hi everybody, my name is Polina Cool. Here we talk about self-growth, and in today's video we're going to talk about mistakes and how to learn wisdom from them. And I'm going to be extremely honest with you.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.
Hey guys, my name is Polina Cool, and let me tell you a few things about myself. First of all, I'm a stylist, so I style fashion shoots for bloggers, for ordinary people who want to have a photo session for themselves. Also, I work with my clients personally. I work with their wardrobes. I do shopping with my clients in malls. And secondly, I work as a model. And last but not least, I'm a budget student in one of the most prestigious universities in Russia, which is MGIMO, an international university. But in today's video, I'm not going to talk about achieving your goals as I usually do. In this video, I want to share with you my failures. Because first of all, I want to motivate you and to show you that everybody does mistakes. Because humans, we are fallible, and that's totally alright. Our souls came to this planet to learn wisdom, to learn life lessons, and we as souls can grow only by doing mistakes, only going through some painful situations. So let's get started. The first mistake which you can do is assuming that any of your life experience is a mistake, because any of your previous life experiences can be named a mistake. Instead, it can be a mistake only if you didn't learn any wisdom from that. So whenever you go through any painful situation for you, whenever you've done a mistake and you regret doing it, ask yourself questions. Why did the situation happen to me? What should I learn from it? In such case, you will only grow and benefit from the situation, no matter how painful it is for you, no matter how hardly you regret about this certain life experience. And with this mindset, you will only grow and become your better self. And this is what we here talk about on my channel. And of course, I also used to do this mistake, considering some of my life experiences as failures. For instance, this summer I decided to become a model, and I asked my friends who are models where to go, which agency to choose. And one of my friends, she showed me this agency, so I came there and they offered me to pay for a photo shoot, because you need to have lots of photos for your modeling portfolio so that brands and employers will see you in many outfits, in different images. So I listened, I agreed to pay for this photo shoot. It was quite expensive actually. And after that, they offered me with this photo shoot some lessons, and I was happy about it, I was excited. But then I found out how this agency actually works. They hire lots of girls who actually don't have a modeling appearance. I don't want to offend everybody, but anyway, nowadays we still have these modeling standards. So you have to be tall, you need to have good skin, you need to look quite beautiful or have an extraordinary appearance, but at least you have to be tall and you need to have clean skin. But at these modeling lessons, I saw girls who were extremely short, who had terrible acne, And I understood that this agency was a failure, that actually they are thieves and they want to earn money, and they promise every girl who comes to their agency that she'll become next Irina Shayk. But this is not how it works, and my another friend explained me that if a modeling agency wants to hire you, it will do some photo shoots for you for free. Because models pay some percentages of their salary to their agencies. So if you are beautiful and you will succeed as a model, agency will be just happy to make a free photo shoot for you, because you will bring them some money in the future. I didn't know about that. I was so excited. I had these pink glasses and I was just very naive in this situation. But the biggest mistake I've done is blaming myself for entering this agency, for being so naive, for making this mistake. But now I understand that I learned a lot of wisdom from that and I became less naive. Now I know that before paying a big amount of money to someone, I need to be 100% sure about this person or about this firm, agency, doesn't matter. Next time I'll check the comments about this agency and I'll make sure that it's 100% reliable. The next mistake I've done is not preparing for my final school exams in advance. I only started to prepare for them in the same year when they were. In Russia, we only have 11 grades at school, and our final exams, they are usually in June at the end of the 11th grade. So I only started to prepare for my final exams for entering university only at the beginning of the 11th grade, and that is September/October. I think you understand how late it was, and although I passed all of my exams with the highest results possible, I sacrificed a lot. My health, my free time I spent with my family, with friends. I sacrificed my blogging and stylist career just for passing these exams. But if I prepared for them in advance, if I started this exam preparation in the 10th grade, like a year before these exams, I would not have to sacrifice my personal life in the 11th grade. I advise you to start preparation for your exams at university or at school in advance. It doesn't matter where you live and how many grades you have at school in your country. You just need to prepare for exams in advance. So if you pass them next year, start the preparation right now. The next mistake I've done is assuming that when you enter a new sphere, when you take a new job, and you assume that you'll be perfect in it at the first time, you are 100% wrong. Listen, when I was just becoming a stylist, I worked for free. And I had this shopping experience. So what does shopping with a stylist mean? It means that I come in advance, like 3 or 4 hours before client comes to the shopping mall, and I choose clothes in shops, and then I leave these clothes in fitting rooms. When my client comes, we go to these fitting rooms and buy some outfits. And of course, at my first experience, when I did my first shopping with a client, I didn't know how much time I needed before my client arrives, so I only left like 2 hours for this pre-shopping, and of course the amount of time I left wasn't enough for me. And now I know from this first fatal experience that I have to come in 4 hours before my client. But at my first time, I didn't know about that. and actually this shopping with the client didn't go really successful. And again, I was blaming myself for that, but now I taught a lesson from this fatal experience. Now I know that whichever job you take, at first time you won't be successful in it and you'll make some mistakes, but that's okay because it's a new sphere for you, and it's better to do some mistakes than not doing anything at all and only dream about taking charge of your career, of your life. So it's better to fail but then rise than to never try. The next mistake I've done is not listening to my intuition. I assume that better in contact with your inner world, with your soul, is one of the most important, crucial aspects of the self-growth journey. Because inside we know all the answers to any difficult situations where we need to do a particular choice, where we need to pick something what will influence our career, our future life. And each time I don't listen to my intuition, I regret about it so much in the future. And listening, when it comes to listening to your intuition, it's not about taking some chances in a very big situations which will influence your entire life. No, it can be about some everyday problems, everyday situations, like whether you want to go to this meeting or not, whether this action will be useful for you or not. It's not, it can be really about everyday situations. And probably I will record a video about how to make this contact with your intuition, with your soul, because again, as I mentioned, it's extremely important for our self-growth. And I can recommend you guys in this video to write a diary just to understand what thoughts belong to others and what you actually feel inside. And for instance, lately there was a situation when I didn't listen to my intuition, when I convinced myself that I had to do something. I started to style photo shoots only recently, and this week I've been doing it for free, just for my styling portfolio. And last week I was offered an opportunity to style a photo shoot for a quite well-known actress, and I decided to take this opportunity, although inside I felt like it was wrong for me, that I had no energy, no desire to do that. But in my brains I convinced myself that it's going to look good on my portfolio, that I need to take this photo shoot, that I'll get useful contacts and etc. And after starting this photo shoot, actually I didn't feel very satisfied and happy, and truly, honestly, I didn't get the results that I wanted. My gut feeling told me that I shouldn't have taken this photo shoot, but in my brains, with logic, I convinced myself doing otherwise, and now I regret it. But again, this regret lasts only like 1 or 2 days, and after that I just appreciate every experience I get, because again it teaches me wisdom. And after not listening to my intuition, I know that next time I'll do otherwise and I'll listen to my gut feeling. The next mistake I've done is reaching for people who reject you. Listen, in the 8th grade, when I was 14 years old, I chased for friends at school who didn't want to be my friends actually. And at first we communicated quite well, but after that, after spending some time with me, they started to separate from hanging out with me, and they just showed that they didn't want to be my friends. After that, they showed some disrespect towards me, they really hurted me, they ignored me. Anyway, I wanted to be their friend so badly, and it came to humiliation. I humiliated myself reaching for people who didn't want to be my friends, who didn't deserve to be my friends. They manipulated me, they used me, and actually these friends I'm talking about, they are from the bad company. They drank, they smoked, but as a child, as a teenager, I didn't understand that these people were completely wrong for me, and if we became friends, that would hurt me and that would stop my self-development, and I wouldn't be where I am right now if I started to hang out with them. But when you are in this situation and you just can't look from outside, and why do we chase people, potential partners or friends who reject us? That happens because inside we feel so insecure, so lonely, that we want everybody to like us. So I recommend you to write a list of character traits of your future friends, of your future partners, and every time you meet someone, you meet a potential friend, a potential partner, check their character traits with the ones you wrote in your list, and you'll understand whether you need to spend time and energy on those people or they're just not the right fit for you. And the sixth mistake which I've done is not fully committing yourself to a thing you're passionate about. Last summer, when I was 16, I had an internship in Cosmopolitan, in Russian Cosmopolitan Journey, but now it is called The Voice, so it had a rebranding. Anyway, I got this internship when I started at school, but I was dreaming about writing for a magazine, writing about fashion and beauty for women so badly. The fashion editor decided to give me a chance, and actually talking about getting this internship, I also studied at some journalism school for teenagers and I wrote many articles, so that's why I was chosen as the helper to this fashion editor. Anyway, besides this internship, last summer I took vocal classes, dancing classes, I went to the gym, and I just didn't commit myself fully to this internship, and I regretted about it so much. So I advise you, when you are given a chance which you've only dreamt about before, I suggest that you fully forget about any other aims and things which you had before, and I suggest you, if it's possible, to delay some other activities and to fully commit yourself, at least for the first time. And talking about fully committing yourself to take a chance which universe gives you, so last week, as I mentioned, or like 3 weeks ago, I started to style photo shoot. So I was giving this chance to style a photo shoot for a blogger, for a celeb who attends red carpets in Moscow. And that was like a very big chance for me, and I'm extremely grateful that I worked with this blogger. And of course I had many other goals. I wanted to upload new videos on my two YouTube channels, Russian and English. I needed to create reels, I wanted to read, to go to the gym, to take dance classes, but I delayed all these goals because I understood from my past experience at writing at Cosmopolitan that such big chances like these are only given once, and I must not mess it up this time, and I did it. So this brings me to the end of this video. I hope that now you understand that you must not regret about anything, and it's a mistake unless you decide that you want to gain wisdom from this certain life experience. In such case, you will only rise up and you'll become closer to your better self, to the best version of yourself. And actually making mistakes and learning from them is the biggest part of self-growth journey. I'm so happy guys that you watched this video up to the end. I'll see you in my next videos, and I wish you all faith in yourself.